Hey, we back with another banger video. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we got so I did a video on the succubus, if y'all know what I mean, the succubus spirit. So somebody in the comments asked me to do a video on the incubus because there is a male spirit that comes. Now, if y'all don't know what succubus and incubus is, so succubus, have you ever had what you call a wet dream? A wet dream is a spirit. It's a spirit that comes up that comes in your dreams, and it has, inner, what's the word? I'm not trying to, it has smacks with you. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know what I'm talking about. But really, these spirits, what they want to do, they want to attach themselves to you. Sometimes women, men, and I don't know why, but mainly with women for some reason, but women, bro, I'm tripping. Men and women, they literally get connected to these spirits to the point to where they can't even find an actual wife because the spirit won't let them. The spirit is their wife, or the spirit is their husband. That's why you see a lot of these women, like when you watch Corn and things like that, that's how you enact some of these spirits. And some of y'all wondering why y'all can't find a significant other. It's because, well, you already got a significant other. It's a spirit, incubus or the succubus. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get delivered, through Jesus. That's why I ain't gonna lie, act like I'm perfect. I struggled with Corn in the past and all that, but I had to get delivered from that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't gonna talk too much longer about that. But we about to hear a story about a woman who was dealing with an incubus spirit. Haven't listened to this, but we're about to see what she's talking about. Wait, hold up. Let me make sure I'm recording. Okay, we good. Let's get it in now.
Yeah, I am back with another story about witchcraft. As y'all know, my platform is a platform where I tell you guys stories about witchcraft and why you shouldn't do it. Today, it's more so a story about if you are dealing with incubus and succubus spirits. For y'all that don't know what that is, those are demons that come to you late at night. They have sex with you. Very mean, very aggressive spirits. And most of the time, these spirits come from the marine world. So incubus spirits is a man spirit that will come to you in your dream. I don't care if you see your husband. I don't care if you see your crush. I don't care if you see a celebrity in your dream sleeping with you. That's a demon. That is nothing else but a demon. And succubus spirit is the opposite. It's a woman demon that comes to seduce a man. These demons are mean. They're aggressive. They will make sure that your physical relationship, like the relationship you have physically, your husband, your boyfriend, they will make sure that relationship never works. If you have dealt with...
I didn't even listen to this, and I told y'all, like, y'all see that? I'm telling y'all, bro. I be knowing what I'm talking about.
Spiritual husbands, you will notice that you can never settle down. You're such an attractive woman, but every time you get into a relationship, something always fails, thanks to the incubus and succubus spirits. So this lady, we're going to call her Ashley. Ashley has been married to this guy for years. They're doing amazing, have kids and everything. And Ashley, she's a Christian, born and raised in church. All of a sudden, she has this urge. It started off by watching a sexual video. This is why the Bible says that our eyes is that gateway to our hearts. So be mindful of what you watch. Because have you ever noticed when you watch something, all of a sudden you're thinking about it? Anyway, so she was watching a video that was a little inappropriate. A couple of days later, she found herself wanting to watch Corn. Anyway, so she watches Corn, and that is the open gate on how the enemy took advantage of her. Because the enemy doesn't need you to open the door. He needs a cracked window for him to come through. Anyway, so all of a sudden, she's starting to watch Corn, and she's starting to enjoy it. If the video ends, come back for part 2. She starts to enjoy it, and then all of a sudden, after watching Corn, she starts having dreams where she's sleeping with this guy, this beautiful man that she's super, super in love with. And she starts finding herself, in the real world, attracted to this man, to where, she's going on pages to talk to psychics, telling these psychics, hey, I'm a Christian. I don't believe in stuff like this, but this is what I've been seeing. And as we know, psychics, you shouldn't be doing that. If you're a Christian, you shouldn't be going to see people like that.
No psychic.
Anyway, so, she starts to fantasize about this guy. Mind you, she's married, right? Anyway, so what ends up happening is, her and her husband start having major issues. Her husband's trying his best to please her, but, there's nothing that seems to make this woman happy. TikTok, this is Rosie. I am back with another story time. As y'all know, my platform is a platform where I tell you guys stories about witchcraft. I am going to give you more explanation about this story after, but this story is going to be a reminder of why it is important for you folks to start being very mindful of your dreams. If you're one of those people that has dreams where you're sleeping with somebody, it's demonic, very demonic. So let me tell you the stories, then I'll go into details after.
Wait, I'm not gonna pause no more. But I was on a fast Monday. This was recent. You feel me? Tell me why when I go to sleep, 2 succubus come in my dream, and they thick. They both like my perfect. It like the devil know your exact type. They thick. I'm like, dang, on a fast. That show you how the devil come to you. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't do nothing with them. Even you can still control that. You feel me? But that's how the devil come to you.
There's this lady. Her name, we're gonna call her Ashley. Ashley has been married for years. Has a wonderful husband. Has 3 kids. They're doing amazing. And all of a sudden, she starts finding herself watching videos, like musical videos that are a little inappropriate, a little bit risque. But she's like, you know what, whatever. It's not like it's corn. And so she's watching this. The Bible says that your eyes is a gateway to your heart. You got to be careful about what you watch. You got to be mindful. The devil doesn't need a door for him to come through. He just needs a cracked window. And a couple months down the line, she starts finding herself really having the urge, like a weird urge to watch porn. So she starts watching porn. As soon as she starts watching porn, she starts having dreams where she is sleeping with somebody. And, she finds herself liking this. She wakes up in the morning, she's, as a woman or a man, she likes what happened in that dream. And as you know, those are called incubus and succubus spirits. I'll go more into details after. I want to get to the story first. And she finds herself like really thinking about this person. Never met this person a day in her life. Never. But she's just like, this man is beautiful. He does things to me in my dreams that my own husband can't do. Yada, yada, yada. Blase, blase. And while all this is happening, she's starting to have issues with her actual husband. Her actual husband's trying to please her, trying to find ways to do everything to make her happy, but nothing.
Wait, I think because she started off telling the story, I think she was doing the intro and then went back. Because I'm like, is she telling the same story twice? Do y'all get y'all see what I'm talking about? But I think she did an intro and then got into the story, just so y'all won't be confused, because she kind of confused me.
Thing seems to please her because her spirit, her mind is connected to this spiritual husband. It's like they have formed a soul tie. Every sin in the Bible, God tells us not to do this, not to do that. But when it comes to sex, God tells us to flee, meaning run away. Sex is a sin against your own body. It's a soul tie. Not only are you exchanging body fluids, but it's a soul tie. You're exchanging spirits. Anyway, so husband's trying everything to please this girl, taking her on trips, but nothing seems to make her happy. Finally, the husband's like, what's going on? Let's go see a therapist. And mind you, she grew up in church, a church girl, good girl. Excuse me. Anyway, so the husband's like, let's go see a therapist. And homegirl's like, no, I'm good. Homegirl starts trying to look this person up. Mind you, she doesn't know who he is. She just knows how he looks like. She starts trying to call So this is part 2 of the story. At this point, like I was saying, she starts to see psychics. As a Christian, I don't care if you get upset with me. I don't care if you're mad. I don't care what you say. As a Christian, you should never go see a psychic.
Never.
Psychics unknowingly work with dark forces. They don't do it purposely, but they just don't know no better. Anyway, so the psychic is hyping her up about her leaving her actual husband. So one day, Ashley goes to her husband. She's like, look, I want a divorce. I'm not happy. I'm not attracted to you. Everything gets on my nerves about you. Everything from the way you breathe to the way you talk, you're annoying. And I need out, and I need to go out there and find my person. The husband's begging her. The husband's like, we're married. We have kids together. You can't leave me. We've been together dang near all our lives. Ashley's like, I don't care. Ashley packs up her bags, and she said she didn't know where she was going, but for some odd reason, New York City was calling her name. She lived down south, so here in America. But New York City was calling her name. So she catches a bus. She goes all the way to New York City. When she arrives there, she's walking around not knowing where she's going. She's just walking. It was like there was a spirit within her that was telling her where to go. When she's walking, she sees a man walking the opposite direction of her, and the man says her name. She turns around, looks at the man, and it is the guy in her dreams. And her mouth is wide open, and she's like, you, and he smiles. And she's like, how do you know me? How do you know my name? And the guy tells her, you don't know me in the physical realm, but I know you in the spiritual realm. And the girl's like, what? She's like, yeah. The guy repeats, you don't know me in the physical realm, but you know me very well in the spiritual realm. He says, I know every part of your body. I visit you every night in the spiritual realm. She's very confused. She's like, what? Like, she talks about how she almost passed out. She sits down. They find a little cafe. They sit down and talk. The guy tells her, if the video ends, go back for part 3, I think. Anyways, she says that she's like asking him questions like, you know, where are you from? How do you know me? Like, why me? Blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, I am a warlock. And she was like, and, you know, he starts telling her, like, you know, you opened a door, you know, and you were easy access. You know, he was like, I saw you in the spiritual realm and I found you attractive. And so I was visiting you every night, and you liked it as much as I liked it. And Ashley said that at that point, it was like a light bulb. It was like the veil fell off her eyes. She realized she made a big mistake. She went to running away. She got up. He grabbed her by the hand. She's like, I'm going back home to my husband. And he said to her,
now you want to go back?
You can run away from me physically, but I will see you spiritually. So this is part 3 of the video. She gets up to leave. He grabs her arm and he tells her, you can run away from me physically, but I'll be seeing you in the spiritual realm. She's like super confused. She's scared. She's starting to realize that she made the biggest mistake. She let the enemy trick her out of her place with her husband. And she tells him, leave me alone, don't follow me, yada, yada, yada. And she runs away. She said she ran away right back to the bus stop. And the minute she got there, she starts calling her husband. He's not picking up because he's upset. She's calling like her family members. Nobody's picking up because they're upset with her about her just up and leaving her husband and the kids. And so at that point, she calls the pastor and she tells her pastor what happened. And the pastor is like praying for her over the phone. The pastor's telling her, get a ticket back to your home and I will see you the minute you touch ground. Anyway, so you know how when you take buses, they make like stops, couple stops. Like, let's say if you're coming from here in Texas, like let's say if you're going to like Corpus Christi, you'd have to, like, if you're coming from Dallas, like you'll stop in San Antonio, you would stop in Austin, Houston, whatever. They make stops. And she said that in every stop, like every place they stopped, every time they would go out for like bathroom breaks to get like snacks, he would always be at those gas stations, and she would come out screaming and yelling and freaking out to the point where like the bus driver was like, are you okay? Like, he thought that she was going crazy mentally. The bus driver on the last stop told her, if you continue acting this way, I'm gonna have to kick you out the bus. If the video ends, come back for part 4. Anyways, she finally gets back to her home. The pastor is waiting there like he promised, and guess who's there as well? That guy, that warlock. And the minute that she sees her pastor, she runs to her pastor's arms and the pastor's wife, and they start praying for her. And the warlock is like looking at them from far away. He's just looking at them angry. And she said that she could see like his like eyes were like red, very demonic. He's very angry. And they start praying for her. They take her to their house. They go through deliverance for her. They pray for her, and they break that soul tie, that covenant that she made with that incubus spirit. And after that, her and her husband went to counseling and they got back together. The moral of this story is, y'all that are having issues with incubus and succubus spirits, y'all gotta stop thinking that this stuff is cute. What happens to you in the physical realm is a manifestation. Let me say it loud. It is a manifestation of what has occurred in the spiritual realm. What you're going through right now is this thing has already happened in the spiritual realm. So when you're having these dreams where you're sleeping with a man or a woman, it is demonic. You're sleeping with demons. These demons are aggressive. They're mean. They will never let you get into a relationship. A lot of women, like I was saying, I'm just concluding the story. Like I was saying, These spirits are very aggressive. They're very mean. They will never ever let you be in a relationship, in a physical realm, a relationship that will last. A lot of women end up having like reproductive issues. These demons cause sicknesses. They cause financial instability. They're just mean spirits. Break those covenants that you have with these incubus and succubus spirits. Break them and give your life to God, because God loves you so much. He loves you so much. And I know that I'm saying this loud and I'm getting a little irritated, because I myself have dealt with these demons all my life. And if I tell you the stories about the things I've been through, it is crazy. So I hope this helps somebody. Be mindful of what you watch. Your eyes is the gateway to your heart. Stop watching porn. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all have a wonderful one. Bye.
Yeah, so she telling the truth though. Y'all notice like these super beautiful women, they just can't find a man for some reason. They get with a man and they just so crazy they run every man out of their life. It's because that spirit connected to them. That spirit don't want them connecting to no man. That spirit gonna make sure every man leave. You know what I'm saying? But she's telling the truth, like, and even I know some of y'all probably dealing with corn and all that, bro. I'm not even finna sit up and act like I'm perfect. Like I'm like, no, I've never dealt, man, bro. I still struggle with it to this day. I mean, I've been free from it, but I struggle from not doing it. That's why we have the grace of God. God will help you through the process. And even you guys, even if you fall during the process, God is still there. He died for you while you was yet in sin. You think that when you come to him and you slip up, he gonna leave you? No, you probably slip back in it, but hey, get back up and do it again. Try better. He gonna help you through the whole process. You got me? Don't think because you fail, God gonna be like, man, you know what, man, I'm gonna leave this dude around. He keep doing it. Nah, we all deal with stuff. You know what I'm saying? But God to get you free from it. But if y'all dealing with that stuff, go to Jesus, pray about it. He gonna help you. Trust me, he gonna get you free from it. I promise you that. But if you don't know Jesus and you want to come to Jesus, you're trying to come to the family, hey, y'all say this prayer right here, and you want the family of God, man, you saved. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, if you ever dealt with any one of them spirits, let me know in the comments. Tell me y'all experience with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I had many experience dealing with them in my sleep, bro. I'm telling you, many experiences. But if y'all had them, y'all let me know in the comments. And if y'all need any prayer or anything, put y'all prayer requests in the comments, and I'll pray for you too, man. But hey, yeah, tell me what y'all think about the video in the comments, man. See you guys next video. Always remember, be safe out here, kings and queens. Let's get it.